Okay, you guys, so I want to make another video, and I do not know where to start. Okay. So we all know the ones who have that gut feeling in their hearts, the ones who are able to really feel with their hearts. We all know that most of the green ray starseeds, and not just the green ray starseeds. I'm a green ray starseed, but for most of us, all the starseeds of the color spectrum. Okay, so this is now the time that we are all waking up to a certain extent, and we're finally realizing what these other humans have done to our ancestors' history, for the most part. I mean, do you really think, with all of this, with all of these distractions, all of this technology, that the people who are being paid, they're being paid to fake everything. They're being paid to cover up everything so that we will not be able to know the real truth behind what our ancestors did. And I don't know, just thinking about this makes me upset. It makes me really mad, because what are they trying to do here? This is beyond. This is beyond taking it to a whole nother level with all of these architectural structures, these big monolithic structures. It makes you wonder what really went down. And with all of these people, with all of these paid contractors, these paid architects, they're basically covering up everything to make it seem like it was actually there, when in all reality they're trying to cover up something that was totally different, or just totally off subject from what our ancestors really did. And this is really upsetting. But the good news is that we are waking up to what these bastards are doing to our ancestors' history. And I also want to note that every starseed, human, every crystal, every indigo, every human being who has an interterrestrial, extraterrestrial mind. Okay, so we all have these different realities happening in different parallel planes of existence. I know it's hard to think about. It's very hard to comprehend, but in all actuality, everything that is taking action, or everything that is in motion, is happening all at one time, which is very hard to comprehend for most people, because the starseeds, we have to awaken to our true reality, which is us being in the dream world. That's our true reality for the most part, because these people, they're here just to create the illusion. You see what I'm saying? That person and that person right there, they are just there to create an illusion for others. It's not real, They're trying to cover up the real stuff. And nobody really knows. Nobody really knows what reality is, because it's all just an illusion. It's all fake. Or at least people like this are making it fake. And if you want to find your true reality, you have to go within yourself only. That's the only way you're going to find your own true reality, is within yourself. Because these people can't make your reality. Only you can. And it's crazy because I was thinking earlier, my mind just flashes these images sometimes, but that's just me with as a creative starseed, I always have these images flash in my mind, and I guess you could call them thoughts of consideration, or just scenes of something. But what they are scenes in my DNA. They're images flashing within my DNA, and they're being shown to me through imagery in my head. And I was thinking earlier that my DNA story, my book, it all has to do with the different parallel planes of existence that I would be on. These are different parallel existences within the many dream worlds of the infinite. Let's see what else I want to say. Because in my DNA book, there will be scenes to where it'll show images of hold on. Okay, there will be images of my DNA family, because everybody that I meet in each existence I go into, anyone who is close to me and who is a family member or close friend, they're all family. So even my family here in this Earth matrix existence, my DNA family, who I call my astral ancestors. They're all in the book. So no one is excluded from the DNA story, this DNA story of mine. And these, okay, so my subscriptions, they're posting videos and they're giving me inspiration to do some of my videos, or I'm getting inspiration to do my videos from these people that I've subscribed to. And so I have my higher self, my divine higher self. She can exist in many different parallel planes of existence, because whatever you think, whatever you truly desire, what you are the most passionate for becomes you. So those thoughts go within you, they go within your DNA. And they tend to stay there if you think about that particular group of thoughts for an extended amount of time. Because your heart is so into it, you're so passionate about it, that it becomes you, yourself. So I'm getting these images where my divine higher self, her name is Indie Gem, or Indie Gemma, and basically my character in my DNA story or DNA book has a heart that resonates very brightly. And you guys can think about what I'm talking about here. You guys know that I'm talking about a particular movie. So, but in some of these scenes, my DNA, my soul DNA ancestral family, 3 of these characters are our main characters. So in these many different parallel realities that are within my DNA, Gamkeely and Thetaphili and Thorin, they are my family in the book. They are my ancestral family, and I love them very much. And they all reside within me. There's a story going on within me. But there were some images to where it was showing me, because my DNA was showing me images of them as a giant race of people. Like they were at least, in one reality, Gamkeely and Thetaphili and Thorin they're at least 7 feet or higher or taller than that. And whenever they would get into a spiritual battle with these entities that are trying to control everything, it would be like they were okay, so it would be like you are in like a windstorm, or a thunderstorm, or any kind of storm, because they're battling, they're fighting. Just because you can't see, just because you can't see what's going on with your two physical eyes, doesn't mean it's really happening. Let's say with your third eye or something. Like the ancestors inside of you are battling a spiritual. They're fighting these entities in a spiritual war that would present itself like a thunderstorm, or present itself like a hurricane, or a blizzard, or a firestorm, because the entities, these inner extraterrestrial entities within your DNA, they're battling the ones that want to do harm. So if you can just keep your ancestors close to your heart, close to your, in your proximity, then you will always feel protected, even though you don't have like a shield or anything, because you know that they are within you always. They're always there with you, within you. So yes, my ancestors were giants as well. And some of these people are saying that they're finding statues of giants. And I may be creating my own DNA story, but and it all has varying characters, but in the Hobbit movie, in the Lord of the Rings movies, the Hobbit movies, the dwarves were really short, right? Well, I think, in my opinion, in all reality, they were not. They were not short, because in one of the movies, in one of the movie that had the characters from my DNA story, or it could be turned around. I'm putting the characters within my DNA from a movie. So as they were climbing their home, as they were trying to get to their home, you remember, there were these monolithic, these very huge statues of them. Now what does that mean? What does that tell you? That tells you that that race of beings were giants at one point in time. And if you watch certain movies, they all have, I think every single movie has hidden messages in it. So in the Hobbit movies, the dwarves at one time were giants. Because I bet they knew about astrology and the stars and everything. Because, okay, what is a dwarf star? A dwarf star is not small at all. It's actually very, very huge. A dwarf star is very big compared to the normal size human. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to tell you here. Is that we can't rely on other people for our reality. We have to make our own reality now. Because this is just getting really frustrating. It's very frustrating to even listen to half of these things, because I mean, it's like what do we have really that is from the heart, that is from the actual truth? Why is everybody trying to cover up everything? I don't. It just makes me upset. And what we have to do now is just follow our own truth. Make the right decisions. To make the right decisions from our heart is the most important. Alright, you guys, I think I'm going to end this video now. Just wanted to get this rant out there.